This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Please double check your subscribe to the channel. Double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button, make sure it's working properly, because these criminals are terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, the GME naked shorters are still doubling and tripling down on the manipulation, creating millions of counterfeit GME shares, but somehow the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI don't see anything that requires that investigation. If there was the same type of trading history in a stock that the 1% were long on, they would have formed a joint task force and investigate this from the top to the bottom. But because a majority of the victims of these crimes, and that's what these are crimes, the victims of these crimes are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI practice willful blindness to the obvious fraud and corruption in the play. And here's the thing. These criminals know that GME is not going bankrupt. GME is sitting on probably about $10 billion in cash, okay? $10 billion. That is higher than the market cap of GME right now. So they know that GME is not going bankrupt. So all they could do is keep creating counterfeit shares and hope that their buddies in the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI do absolutely nothing while they manipulate GME and rob retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. The GME volume, 23,910,199. These numbers are still outrageous compared to what the normal volume usually is. They're still claiming 26.78% of the float is DRS. It could be 150%, and they would still find counterfeit shares to short into the market. And the DOJ, the SEC, the FBI would do absolutely nothing. 67.7% of that volume was shorted shares. So they found 13,500,000 GME shares to short into the market. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI don't see anything that requires an investigation. This is absolutely crazy to me that every single day, millions of GME shares appear out of thin air like a magic trick to manipulate the price of GME. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI practice willful blindness to all the fraud and corruption. And the short exempt dropped to 6,340. These numbers mean absolutely nothing, just further evidence of the counterfeit shares. And the days to cover went down to 0.86 days to cover. You know what that tells me? That tells me a whole lot of FTDs was sent overseas. How do you have hundreds of millions of short positions? You add an additional 13,500,000 new short positions, but somehow your days to cover goes down. The only explanation are these numbers are false, or you sent a whole bunch of FTDs overseas, so they're no longer figured into the equation. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think these GME naked shorters claim they can cover all their GME short positions in 0.86 trading days? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.